Floating stones and sinking wood is a Chinese phrase that describes confusing right with wrong because according to common understanding, stones are heavy and sink in water. Wood is light and floats on water. However, on the Changbai Mountain, floating stones and sinking wood do actually exist. The floating stone is pumice. When Changbai volcano erupted, it spewed out basaltic magma, which cooled down rapidly and formed pumice. Pumice primarily consists of silicon dioxide. It is covered with numerous beehive-shaped holes that make up more than 50% of its volume. The holes are filled with air. Therefore, the pumice has very low density. Pumice floats on water regardless of its size. Therefore, it is called floating stone in Chinese. The Tianqi Lake's mysterious, unidentified giant creature is probably a huge chunk of pumice floating on the water, bobbing in the water under strong winds. It may create an illusion of an enormous beast swimming in the lake. The wood that sinks in water comes from the top of the Changbai Mountain at an altitude between 1,800 and 2,000 meters. Where the weather is cold and the environment is extreme, Ehrman's birches only have 2 months to grow per year. The frequent gales also make the plant grow and bulk up extremely slowly. An Ehrman's birch may achieve the width of a wrist after growing for decades, or even for more than a century. The Ehrman's birch wood is particularly dense and hard. The adult plant has a high density, so it can't float on water and readily sinks. Unlike the mighty common birch, the Ehrman's birch is a typical polar plant. Its gnarly and short trunk is an outcome of its struggle against natural forces. It is also its wisdom of life. In contrast to other tree species, the Ehrman's birch has its own way to revitalize. When an old tree decays and becomes hollow, young saplings will spring up inside of its trunk. This unique manner of self-regeneration has allowed the decayed tree trunk to regain vigor and become lush again. The Changbai Mountain is home to China's largest Ehrman's birch forest. They are found in the middle section of the cone of the Changbai volcano. The land piled up with volcanic debris has a fragile ecological environment. But the hardy Ehrman's birch firmly holds on to the soil. Ehrman's birches not only contain water and soil, but also offer refuge to other species. By sustaining the alpine biodiversity, they've created the striking scenery of the Changbai Mountain.